There's Mrs. U-Taker, Miss Jiggles. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Obviously, Raven. Anarchy the Heathen. Fusion, TJ. Welcome, everybody. It's nice to see you, Nice. Just gonna give it another couple minutes and then we'll get started. First match of the night, Brandon Cuevas versus Redneck Avenger. Brandon obviously not happy with how things went down in his match. Wrestling Mama, welcome. Nice to see you, nice. Let's see what we've got going on. Let's get things started. Mason the Fox, or should I say the two-tailed fox, welcome to the show, Mr. U-Taker. Nice to see you, Nice. How's it going? How's everybody out there? Sorry, Mama, I couldn't be at the end of your show. Okay, Mason, no problem. There was no country involved. It was good old Werewolves of London. TJ, Mason the Fox. I'm all good, thank you, Mrs. U. And good to know, Wrestling Mama. Thank you, much appreciated. We're going to get this shit underway. And welcome to the arena. This man stands at 6 feet 9, 275 pounds, and hails from Newark, New Jersey. He goes by the name of the Rebellious Soldier. He is Brandon Cuevas. Thomas Minogovich, aka Powerhouse, welcome to the show. It's nice to see you, Nice. There he is, the Rebellious Soldier. Coming for retribution against Redneck Avenger. Javier Wynn, welcome to the show. It's nice to see you, Nice. Nice. What type of pizza you got, TJ? Is it a meat feast? Or is it a mushroom pizza? Boom, boom. Poor joke. I know. Oh, Anarchy, that's warning number 1 for the J word. Apologies, but it's the rule. But now, welcome to the arena, 6 feet 5, 283 pounds, hailing from San Antonio, USA. He is the one, the only, Redneck Avenger. There we see our women's champion sitting in the crowd with a shiny belt. But how long will she be holding on to that belt? Time will tell, because I hear there's a certain number one contender who's coming for that belt real soon. And here we go. Brandon straight away in with a backbreaker to the Redneck Avenger. Drops him down with a stomp to the back of the head now. Chris Clark, welcome to the show. Nice to see you. Nice. Brandon, big suplex there. Slamming Redneck down in the middle of the ring. Going to the apron now. Back in. Changed his mind, obviously. There you see Raven laying down the Iron Skull rules. Redneck now back to his feet, but whipped straight into the ropes by Brandon. They collide. Redneck bounces off, but quicker to get hold of Brandon was Redneck. Delivers the backbreaker into the neckbreaker. Varian, aka Caleb James, welcome to the show. And Redneck dumps Brandon to the outside with that clothesline. Falling to the floor. Now working over the ankle, is Redneck Avenger, dropping those knees. Brandon obviously in pain there, holding that leg up to his feet quickly though. Drops the knee, yanks back on that leg of Redneck Avenger. Misses with a stomp. Redneck walks straight into trouble there, caught by Brandon. Fights his way free though. Dumps him on his neck with that side suplex. Tossed back into the ring now, referee breaking the count. You want to wrestle me? Pity I'm retired in my own company. And there you have it, the shotgun stunner there by Redneck Avenger, and into the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2. Redneck thought that was all over, but this rebellious soldier Brandon Cuevas kicks out, but laying still motionless in the ring. Just as I say that, obviously he gets back to his feet. Dumped into the corner now. Tossed to the outside. What's Redneck got in store for me here? Diving through the ropes. Tornado DDT. Smashes his head on the floor. Finishes it off with a big boot across the face. Crowd screaming, this is awesome. Watching Redneck Avenger go to work now. The modern day warrior Ethan Moore, welcome to the show. It's nice to see you. Nice. Redneck bounced off that apron now. Brandon with the European uppercut. Referee's count still going on. Tossed into the ring as Redneck Avenger. Looks for that super kick, and just underneath the jaw, Redneck Avenger dropped. Brandon watching over as Redneck Avenger gets to his feet. Redneck though quickly gets a hold of him, tosses him to the apron. Big right hand no, blocked by Brandon. Up, springboard forearm there. Drops Redneck Avenger to the floor. Now Brandon, is he looking for that deep slumber? That modified GTS. There it is, the deep slumber there from Brandon Cuevas. Referee slow to get down for that count. 1, 2... and Redneck gets that shoulder up just in time. Brandon now back up to his feet, gets a hold of him. Stomp to the small of the back. Brandon now looking to work on that arm. Wrenching back, but Redneck Avenger too close to the ropes. And again, another super kick underneath the jaw of Redneck Avenger. What is Brandon Cuevas doing? Just watching over Redneck Avenger laid out on the floor. Forearm across the back. Has him up. Drives him into the floor there. Head now busted open. Redneck bleeding. Crimson mask to match the one he's already wearing. 1, 2, and a kick out. Brandon now out to the apron. What's he got in store for Redneck Avenger? Springboard arm, terminating spike. There we go. That's what that move was called. I apologise for not calling it by your name you've given it. Springboard arm drop there. Redneck slips through. Inverted DDT there. Picks him up to his feet. Kick to the shotgun stunner. Redneck Avenger now goes for the pin. No, he doesn't go for the pin. Straight into the armbar. Grab that leg as well. So we have an armbar and a leg. But Brandon breaks himself free, holding onto that arm in pain. Gets a hold of Redneck Avenger, whips him into the corner. Looks like he's about to go for a ride. Victor Mason, I would say it's nice to see you, but fuck, you scared the shit out of me. What a code breaker there by the Redneck Avenger. No problem varying. Somebody let him know I said hi. Kick to the chest. Blocked there by Redneck. Big knee to the head of Brandon. Redneck now in for the pin. Welcome to the show, Josh Fake Nuts Taylor. It's always good to see you. It's nice to see you nice. And just as you walk in, Redneck Avenger seals the deal with the 3 count. Here you see that super kick just underneath the jaw of Redneck Avenger. That terminating spike. Shotgun stunner. Another super kick, but it was blocked. And here you go. This was the end of Brandon Cuevas. And your winner of this match, the one and only Redneck Avenger. Josh Faking Nuts Taylor. Yeah. But what's this going on? Redneck Avenger's leaving the ring, but as he's leaving the ring, there's 3 men walking down the ramp. Brandon Cuevas is still down at the ring though. Oh shit, Brandon. Brandon's in trouble. Ruthless Inc. UK has been hearing the smack that he's been talking in the changing rooms. And they're coming for blood. Brandon laid out in the ring. He's now being surrounded by Ruthless Inc. UK. But someone else is now coming down the ramp to look like they're going to rescue him. He's being joined by the one, the only, the natural, Jake Bagwell. So Brandon Cuevas and Jake Bagwell are going to go up against these 3 men that come for blood. They came for Brandon Cuevas after hearing the stuff he was talking in the locker room recently. Jake Bagwell, who's been watching, has come to the rescue of this young man, the rookie here in Three Lions Wrestling. Oh shit, I set this up wrong. But anyway, just realised what I've made a mistake. This wasn't how it was supposed to go down, but hey, we're going to roll with it. There you see Ruthless Inc. UK, David Rowan and William Haight being joined by the leader, Bill Haight Jr. And they're coming for blood. STO takedown there. Eating the boot was Brandon Cuevas. William Haight wasting no time. Moonsault misses. Stomp to the back. Brandon now. Big boot across the back. And again, stomp to the small of the back. Brandon looking to eliminate. Whipped into the corners. Brandon in that Ruthless Inc. UK's corner. Eats the knee to the face. Grabbed around the back of the head. Bounced off that top turnbuckle now. Look at the head. Pounded against that top turnbuckle. Each and every one getting whispered in the ear by Ruthless Inc. UK. Talking shit in his ear. Single leg Boston Crab. Looking to do damage is this Ruthless Inc. side. Big boot to the chest. Stomp now to the chest by Brandon, and Brandon bringing in the Natural. The Natural is a UKWF roster member, but seen that Brandon Cuevas was in trouble from out back. Came to his rescue, or should I say trying to come to his rescue here. Big clothesline takes him down. Elbow strike. Has him up. Brainbuster there. Ruthless driver. 1, 2, and a kick out on 2 by the Natural. Referee calling this is a general match. Don't know who gave him that authority, but in comes Bill Haight Jr. Welcome to the show, Demented O'Connelly. Stiff kick across the spine. Head control, stiff kick, blocked there by Jake Bagwell. Big elbow to the side of the head. Kick to the midsection. DDT, center of the ring, plants him. And before Jake Bagwell can get going, another stomp to the small of the back there. Armbar. Not satisfied with just that, brings the leg into it as well. Bagwell locked away. Grabbed by the back of the head now as Jake Bagwell led over into the corner of Ruthless Inc. UK. Snapmare takedown. Bagwell fights his way back up to his feet. Big punch to the head. Toss down. Stomp to the smaller back. Now Jake Bagwell in trouble. Bill Haight has him up. Drives him and busted open is the Natural. Stiff kick across the small of the spine. Stomps across the back of the head now. What the fuck is going on with Raven? I've just seen a shitload going on in the chat. Up on the shoulders is Jake Bagwell. Brought over to the ropes. Hangs him up. Dumps him down. Jake Bagwell trying to make it to Brandon, but Bill Haight Jr. cuts him off. Wrenches on that shoulder joint. Picked up now. Whipped into the corner. Turned around. Jake Bagwell, no. Counters. Bagwell now has Bill Haight Jr. up. Big power slam there by Jake Bagwell. Trying to get himself pumped up now as Bill Haight Jr. laid out in the ring. Where's Josh going? What's up, Josh? Something got you a little bit spooked? Bill Haight now talking shit in Jake Bagwell's ear, saying you shouldn't have come down to get involved. Whipped into the corner, but Bagwell, big boot, breaks free. Big forearm across the back of the head. Has him up. Backdrop there. Bagwell again trying to make it to his corner, but stopped. He is, but he's been out the back during tonight's start of the show. Insiguri to the back of the head, and he saw that Brandon Cuevas was in trouble, so he decided the UKWF champion had to go out there and try and stop this from happening. But all it seems to have done is got himself on the end of an arse whipping from Ruthless Inc. UK, to be honest. Drive by there by Bill Haight Jr. Basement drop kick to the side of the head and down for the pin. David Ruin comes in to cut Brandon out of the way, but too slow as the big man. Has him up on his shoulders. Brandon now folded in half, and there's that ruthless driver by the big Tongan behemoth that is David Ruin. Jake Bagwell now up on that top turnbuckle in a world of hurt. And I think we're about to see the end of Bagwell with that avalanche Spanish fly there. Now Bill Haight Jr. looking to finish it with his dad's favourite move, the ruthless driver. One. Just a one count. Brandon Cuevas getting in again to save his partner. Bill Haight Jr.'s had enough of that. Tosses him into the ropes. They collide. Brandon, smart move, gets out of the ring. Whipped into the corner now as Jake Bagwell. Tagged in now as the big Tongan behemoth. Whipped into the ropes. Big toss over the shoulder there. Now David stomping away at every joint of Bagwell, punishing him for getting involved in Ruthless Inc. UK's business. Big stomp across the face. Picks him up. Grabs him by the head. Drives him into the mat. Into the corner goes Bagwell. Turns him round. Big punch across the face. Full head of steam there by the Tongan. Whip now into the ruthless corner. And they're going to stomp a mud hole into the chest of Jake Bagwell. Bagwell in a world of hurt. All three of these men stomping away at the chest of Bagwell. Brandon Cuevas just standing there watching as his partner gets destroyed. Down for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick. Mason, take it as a warning. What was wrong with Josh, Ethan? Jake Bagwell drives the knee into the head of Bill right in front of his Ruthless Inc. brothers. Up he goes, thrown back down the hard way was Bill Haight Jr. Now locking away at that shoulder joint. Bill Haight Jr. now tossed into the corner. David Ruin not liking what he's seen. Tosses Brandon Coaves to the outside. Brandon now fights his way back. Referee trying to hold Bill Haight Jr. from getting involved. Brandon now looks to be going for a ride. Bill now looking for that superplex, center of the ring. Picks Brandon to his feet. Whipped into the corner. Once again sets him up, but Brandon Coaves fights his way free. Super kick to the jaw. Looking for that deep slumber. Lands it on Bill Haight Jr. Drags him to the centre of the ring. One. And big man David Ruin breaks it up before anything can happen. But Jake Bagwell in with the Bulldog, slamming the Tongan down to the mat. Brandon now to the outside. Telling Bill Haight to get to his feet. Jake Bagwell in the way. Brandon decides to change his mind. Looks for the suplex, but Bill Haight slips out. Into the backdrop. Bill Haight turns to Jake Bagwell, lands him with a big right hand, drops him to the floor. Elbow strike to Brandon. Brandon now up in that ruthless driver. Referee down for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out just in time by Brandon. This young lad showing heart, kicking out. Fireman's carry takedown. His partner though still not up on the ring apron. Brandon's got to do it all on his own. Drag to the centre of the ring. Double leg drop to the groin. Picks Bill Haight Jr. up to his feet. Whipped into the ruthless corner though. Octopus stretch. But he fights his way free. Drops Bill Haight with a side slam there. Big boot to the head. Bill Haight Jr. in his corner. Leg drop. Brandon now scoops Bill Haight Jr. up, but Bill slips through. Inverted Russian leg sweep there. Drives Brandon into the mat. Whipped into the corner. Brandon fights his way free with a smack to the back of the head of Bill. Holds him up, no. Slips through, neck breaker there from Bill Haight Jr. Stomps on Brandon as he's trying to get to the corner to Jake Bagwell. Brandon once again brought to his feet. Tosses Bill Haight Jr. over his shoulders. And a tag to William Haight, the cousin of Bill Haight Jr. into the ring. Kitchen sink taking down Brandon, not twice. Goes for the third one but gets caught. Looks for that fisherman suplex but caught out. William Haight counters. Brandon in the corner of Ruthless Inc. UK with nowhere to go. William Haight waiting for him to get to his feet. And here, once again, that ruthless driver driving Brandon into the mat. 1, 2, and a kick out still. David Ruin taking out the big man. Jake Bagwell with nowhere to go. Caught by David Ruin, tosses him out to the outside. Punch to the face. Elbow drop to the top of the dome. Brandon brought to his feet. Scooped up. No, slips through. Inverted DDT. Sets him up for that tombstone pile. Oh, not a tombstone. Sit down pile driver. Brings William Haight to his knees. Big suplex there by Brandon. Brandon now looking for that deep slumber. One, two, and a kick out on two. Ruthless Inc. obviously thought he was always going to kick out because no one came in to help him. Big knee, busts open William Haight, deep slumber. One, two, and a kick out again on two. Brettig and Rafe appear at the top of the ramp. That's never good. You're right, Mama, I am completely lost. I'm trying to keep up with the action in the mat, and obviously something's going on the outside. Misses with a kick. William Haight slips through the back. No, eats the elbows from Brandon. Kick to the guts. DDT. And a cutter there from William Haight. Brandon, don't get up. Has him up. Into the ruthless driver. One, two. And a kick out still. What the fuck? This little man has heart. Kicking out of ruthless driver after ruthless driver. Showtime Vernon Quinn. Challenge what? Yes, it does. It won't get confusing at all. Brandon tries to roll out of the way of Bill Haight Jr. Has him with a snap suplex. Brandon now trying... You've gone about it all wrong then, Vernon. All wrong indeed. Stomp to the chest. Picks Bill Haight Jr. up. And here it comes. That deep slumber yet again. Brandon drags him to the centre of the ring. Hooks for leg for the pin. Jake Bagwell looking to cut off at the pass. Too slow was Bagwell because William Haight got in there just in time. Brandon now to the outside after William Haight. Should be focusing on the man in the ring. William Haight fights his way free. Stomps away at Brandon on the floor. Bagwell left his partner to it. Saw he had it in control. William now tosses Brandon into the ring. Laid over the apron. Big forearm. Boot to the side of the head. Bill Haight Jr. sitting down in the corner looking to cut off at the pass, but Bagwell's into this match now. Single leg drop kick. And another. Bill Haight Jr. up to his feet, swats the third one away. Stiff kick. Brandon now rolls to the outside. Lifeless on the floor. There's that work to that shoulder joint of Bagwell. Rips that shoulder out of place. Bagwell now eats a right hand. German suplex dumped on his neck. Once again brought to his feet. Stiff right hand. Sending a message. Is Bill Haight Jr. with that ruthless driver. Once again centre of the ring. Doesn't go for the pin. Brandon now back on the apron. 1, 2. And Brandon gets in the way. Jake Bagwell. Don't turn around. Well, you don't need to worry about turning around because you're up on them shoulders once again. Driven into the mat. Hooks for leg for the pin. 1, 2. And just in time was Brandon with a count. Toss to the outside as Bill Haight Jr. David Ruin comes in, stomps on. Rules of the Iron Skull. Iron Skull is an open belt, open to free LW and UKWF wrestlers. The holder of the belt will get challenged at least 3 times per any show, unless stated otherwise. To challenge for that belt, you must Skype Raven during the show and be in the live chat at the time. You do not challenge in the live chat of the show. Challenges are via private Skype message to Raven. It's a first come, first serve basis. A challenge can then be issued once a failed or successful challenge has been completed. Again, on a first come, first serve basis. The challenge has been accepted by Raven for the first member to get in touch with her already. So once that challenge has been successful or unsuccessful, quick, get your fingers working quickly, get going, and you could be the next challenger for whoever holds that Iron Skull belt. And a big spear there. Whipped into the corner now. Jake Bagwell. In comes the Tongan behemoth with that big club in right hand. Walks out of the corner. Bloody Bagwell. Whipped into the ruthless corner. Fights his way with a headbutt though. That crimson mask of his. David Ruin. Big gut kick to the guts. Bagwell fights his way. 400 pounds with the power slam there by Jake Bagwell. 1, 2, and a kick out by the Tongan destroyer. Bagwell now tries to wrench on that neck. Ruin with the elbow. Whips him into ruthless corner. Fights his way free with an arm drag takedown. Fireman's carry takedown. Was I clear enough with the Iron Skull challenge rules? Snapmare takedown by David Ruin. Elbow strike to the shoulder joints. Bagwell in a world of pain. Is this what it gets you for getting involved in Ruthless Inc. UK's business? They were here to send a message. Bagwell got in their way. Big punch to the stomach there by David Ruin as he come down. Fusion, is that a wise move to talk shit? Pop up fastball punch there by David Ruin and down for the pin. 1, 2, and it's over. Ruthless Inc. UK message sent to Bagwell and Brandon Cuevas. Why don't the women have an Iron Skull challenge belt? That was something that was coming into play later on. But here we see everything that went down. There you see the crimson mask flowing down Bagwell's head as Ruthless Inc. stomped a mud hole in his chest. Insult to injury there is William Haight grinding in his ear. David Ruin shaking his booty in the middle of the ring. And here, Ruthless Inc. UK stands strong in the centre of the ring. Message sent. And to answer Domenico Connolly's question, Bagwell does have a match tonight. He's facing what could potentially be his #1 contender for his belt in a non-title match. Brandon getting on the mic. Oh, the kapow kick. Well, we'll see how good that kapow kick is later on tonight, because you're in a match, Demented O'Connolly. But right now, we're going down to the women's tag team division. The Vermilion Coven versus the A-list icons. Here we have the Vermilion Coven on the left, the A-list icons on the right. We've already seen the Vermilion Coven lay waste here to many an opponent, and I'm talking about all 4 members of this team, or shall I say Coven. Whereas the A-list icons, Lexi and Jem Pierce, hit and miss. That's right, Victor Mason is our current light heavyweight champion. Brettick sent a message to the current champion, and these 2 ladies here are trying to send a message to the women's tag team division. The Vermilion Coven coming under after all the gold within 3LW, and I'm sure they're not going to be finished there. And the arena goes dark. And there we see the 4 shadowy figures of the Vermilion Coven. Brettick, Rafe, Leanne, and their leader, Victor Mason. We ended the last show of 3LW with these 4 centre of the ring. As they walk down to the ring this way, all 3 of these behind Victor Mason on his knees, pledging their allegiance, it seemed, to this Dark Lord. Yeah, Mason, chill it out. If you want to get on the roster, what you need to do is turn up to match or shows regular. When I do a show, make sure you're here, make sure you're active in the comments. Make sure you put a comment on a last video of where I can find your character, and when I have space, you may well get on the list, or you're on the list once you've done all that, and you may well get a spot. But right now it's all about the Vermilion Coven in the ring here. That belt around Victor Mason's waist as he stomps around the ring there. These 2 ladies now waiting for their opponents. While I was all caught up there, I forgot to introduce that the Vermilion Coven are from parts unknown and they're 317 pounds combined. But this is their opponents here. Lexi and Jem Pierce hailing from Newcastle and Miami. They're 338 pounds combined, and they are your A-list icons. And here he is, the man that's been begging me for a contract, Mr. D-Train. Well, D-Train, you got your contract. You'll be here tonight. Hope you're happy now. But on another note, it's nice to see you, nice. Blade Charge, welcome to the show. Ulmarwolf. Not sure about that one, but welcome. It's nice to see you, nice. There you see Jem Pearce and Lexi in the ring. What the fuck is Jezebel's problem? Jem Pearce telling Lexi to go get it. And we're going to start with Rafe and Lexi, and Rafe straight out of the gates. Lufez press raining down heavy right hands. Zerk, aka War, the human tank of UKWF, welcome to the show. It's nice to see you, nice. That was just for you, War, because I know how much you love it. Jem Pearce locks Rafe in a headlock. Elbow strike across the back of the dome. But I have a sneaky feeling that this bitch likes pain, and you're only pleasing her. What's that? Did you not like it, War? Just you wait until the doctor's back in action. Lexi now up on that top rope, looking for the elbow drop and misses. Rolls to the outside. Hello, greatness has arrived. No, I was already here. I'm on the mic, Josh Taylor. Mighty Minerva, welcome to the show. It's nice to see you, nice. I don't know what you were expecting from my voice. Probably a little bit more fucked up than I am. Rafe tosses Lexi back into the ring. Referee's count was at 3 there. Quick right hand. Elbow strikes, combination strikes now. Clothesline takes Rafe off her feet. There you see Brettick and Victor Mason circling the ring. Referee distracted by Victor Mason. In with a tag now is the A-list icons. Mark Caliber, welcome to the show. It's nice to see you, nice. Stomping on the chest now. Josh Fake Nuts Taylor, or what can I say, welcome to the show. And this is specially 1 second, 2, and a kick out on 2 by Rafe. I've just seen Cassie Madam Red, so I can only greet her in one way. Cassie, it's nice to see you, nice. Excuse me. Especially for Cassie, I thought I'd go along that route. Leanne now in this match. Right hand to Lexi, who's on the apron. Drops her with a backdrop on the hardest part of the ring there. Jem Pearce on the floor. Leanne not giving a fuck, tosses Lexi into that ring post now. Jem Pearce up to her feet. Looks for a swing. Misses. Referee's count. Still going as the A-list icons try to take on Leanne. Tossed into that ring post as Leanne by Jem Pearce. Referee's count still going. How are you doing? What's wrong, Josh? Leanne now in control of Jem Pearce, but Jem Pearce counters there with the arm drag takedown, backs up into the corner, comes away with their kick. Looking for that suplex, has her up. No, brainbuster there. In a bit, War, in a bit. Victor Mason distracting the referee. D-Train, don't you go be tapping up my champion. You've got your contract. Now settle for that. Don't need you tapping up my talent. Punch to the guts there by Leanne. Taking away the ankle of Lexi as she rolls to the outside. Referee must be tired because Victor Mason is thrown in the chair for him. Backdrop by Leanne on the hardest part of the ring again, this time to Jem Pierce. Both times not to the legal woman. Grabs her by the throat, choking the life out of Jem Pierce. Yeah, okay, you keep it that way, D-Train. Leanne working on the partner. Lexi now in the ring. Has her up. Slams her down to the mat. Forearm by Lexi. And another stiff forearm drops Leanne to the floor. Wow. Josh is beating on little girls now, slapping the ice cream out of their hands. First he's killing people and getting away with it by hiding the bodies. Then he's getting fake nut implants. And now he's slapping ice cream out of little girls' hands. What is wrong with you, Josh Taylor? What happened? Held in the corner is Leanne, and here comes that coast to coast. Aha, good point, D-Train. Good point. Dragged to the centre of the ring is Leanne. One. Just a one count. Rafe getting in to break up the pin. Jem Pierce now up to that top turnbuckle. Looks to be dropping the elbow. No. Moon stomp. Connects. Jem Pierce getting the admiration of the crowd. Redneck Avenger, welcome to the show. It's nice to see you. Nice. If you want to check back just a little while, Redneck, you were in the first match of the night against Brandon Cuevas. Adam Guerin, welcome to the show. It's nice to see you. Nice. Ooh, Guerin talking big to Josh Taylor on the outside. In the crowd, double knee drop there by Leanne. Moonsault knee drop again to Lexi's waist. Slams her down to the ringside there by the back of her skull. Referee still counting away. Leanne still working over Lexi. Tosses her into the ring. Drapes her over the apron and chokes the life out of her yet again. In comes Jem Pierce. Leanne dives into the ring. Big right hand, blocked this time. Stiff right hand by Jem Pierce. Has her up. Drives her into the mat. In the corner of the A-list icons. Goes for the pin. Hooks for leg. 1, 2, and 3. The Vermilion Coven loses to the A-list icons. That's not going to go down well with Victor Mason. D-Train, I see ya. Nobody's mentioned the koala, Chris Clark. Got a guilty conscience. There we see the clothesline taking down Leanne. The move that finished this match here, driving Leanne into the corner of the A-list icons. And here is your winners. Jem Pierce and Lexi, your A-list icons. But I'm getting word that while walking out the back of the arena, the Iron Skull champion is getting his first challenge of the night. That's right. Fusion is getting attacked out back to defend that title of his around his waist. and he's being attacked by none other than Mr. UKWF. So the first challenge of the night. Remember, as soon as this challenge is over, the next person fastest with the fingers to get in touch with contact with Raven via private Skype message will be the next challenger for this title. Remember, there's only 3 chances. This is the first 2 to go. But Fusion, Mr. UKWF's coming for you. But talking of Raven, is she alright out there? Anyone seen her? I've had a lot of commotion going on. Mr. UKWF eats a stiff punch there from Fusion and a second, but delivers one hell of a right hand of his own. Tosses Fusion into the door of the locker room, and it all goes down from here. Fusion now brought to his feet, scooped up, but slips through the back door, kick to the calf. Spinebuster there, drives Mr. UKWF into the concrete floor there. Covered with cheap carpet it seems. Dropped with that knee to the back. Big elbow strike to the head of Fusion. Tossed into those lockers. Brandon, I saw you put a question mark. No, Mrs. Yu, it can't be. We've got a little while yet, surely. Elbow strikes to the head of Fusion. Big right hands, left hands combination strikes. Fusion blocks. Yes, she is, Mr. Demented. She is indeed. Spike DDT there on the floor. We're in the UK, Mrs. UKWF. It's 999 here. If you phone 911, you could be waiting a while. Russian leg sweep on the floor. Fusion now being choked out there by Mr. UKWF. He wants that belt. Big right elbow strike there from Fusion. Spinning heel kick. Gets caught by Mr. U and tossed down the hallway there. No, UK 999, Mrs. UKWF 999. And there's a cutter from Fusion, but Mr. UKWF not out of this yet. Picked up by Fusion, looking for the pile driver on the floor there. Not over yet. Knee drop to the skull. There we go. Someone's calling 999. You might actually get somewhere. Tossed down the hallway again. Back towards the locker room is Mr. UKWF. Knee drop to the skull. Go ahead, Adam Garin. Go ahead. The more the merrier. Anyone that's going to make sure everything's okay is more than welcome. And there's that pile driver again from Fusion. Stomp to the head, misses with a stomp to the chest. Mr. UKWF though tosses Fusion down the hallway yet again towards the barriers. Side suplex, dumps him on his neck. Not looking good now for Fusion as Mr. UKWF takes back control. Wrenching on that neck, already damaged with that side suplex on the floor. This could be good night for Fusion and goodbye to his title. Tombstone pile driver busts the man open, but Fusion's still in this. Big right hand, and we're going down towards the ramp. Somebody tell him Raw was Monday night. This is Sunday night. It should be SummerSlam on that TV. For those of you watching SummerSlam, no spoilers here, please. Big right hand from Mr. U. Slams him against those speaker boxes. Grabs him by the throat, and Fusion's going for a ride. Choke slam into the steel chair, and Fusion kisses goodbye to his Iron Skull title reign. And we have a new Iron Skull champion in Mr. U-Taker. So, challenges are now open. Get in while you can. Remember, Raven might be a bit busy. She hasn't told me if she's no longer going to take the challenges. But Fusion, it's all over, my friend. Unless you get in quick and challenge back for that belt. If you can get your challenge in quick enough, who knows? But we're going to move on. This was supposed to be a fatal four-way. But due to a recent firing for the company to a certain Micro King, who'll rename more name less, or I won't name him any more than that. There was a disagreement, and I've decided that it's best to part ways. That's all I'm going to say. So we're going to make this now a triple threat, and it's going to be a free wood, because we all know how much I like to make the wood jokes. And it's going to be none other than a new arrival, Caleb James. Another debutee, Demented O'Connolly. And a man already known in these sorts of matches, Bad News Bullet. Well, it looks like she's got plenty of company. That's right, Mighty Minerva, you tell him. Yes, okay, I see that certain king is no longer a member of the roster. He's been removed, and so is his former tag team partner. We didn't see eye to eye, maybe because of the height. Who knows, but either way, wish them both luck. But it doesn't fly with me the way things were going about. Enough said. But here we have a free wood challenge, elimination style. Smash your opponent through the table, and this match is all but over. The King of Kapow, Caleb James, and the degenerate generation, Bad News Bullet. And there we have a lovely glitching Titron there, but it could be to do with this man now coming out to the ring. Making his debut within Three Lions Wrestling. He stands at 6 feet 1 inches tall. He's 220 pounds. Comes from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. He is Caleb James. This man obviously likes to spunk his money away on pyro because I don't pay for it, they do. So he's hoping this debut goes well for the winner's purse. But welcome to Three Lions Wrestling, this young man, Caleb James. And the first of two opponents coming down to the ring. He goes at 6 feet 1 inches tall, 220 pounds from Chroma City. He is the manly man, Demented O'Connolly. Yes, D-Train. Could well be, who knows? The manly man has made his entrance, and here he is in Three Lions Wrestling, looking to take... What was that? What? I hear Raven screaming, but what's going... Is she alright? But anyway, apologies. How's it going, Redneck Avenger? The last man into this match. We've seen him once before already, but he stands at 6 feet tall, 240 pounds, and hails from Dublin, Ireland. He is Bad News Bullet. That's it, Adam Garron. You tell Josh. Okay, you take a keep me updated, please. Here comes the... Yes, Mama. I'm in a totally separate area of the thing. I don't know. Okay, Zerk, no problem. Welcome back. It's nice to see you. Nice. Welcome back, Zerk. You have missed a lot. Raven has apparently gone into labour backstage. And we're already into the Freewood challenge here between Caleb James, the manly man, Demented O'Connolly, and the dirty degenerate, which is Bad News Bullet. And straight away, the noose around Caleb James' neck with that neck breaker there. Bad News Bullet has his wood in his hand, looks to set it up somewhere in the ring, can't make his mind up where he wants to put his wood, but eventually gets it situated in the corner. Step up insecurity there from the manly man. Whipped into that wood is already Bad News Bullet. Kicks his way out free. Slams Demented O'Connolly into the wood. Who's not having it. Back and forth between these two men. Caleb James getting in the way. Takes the table away. And Demented seems to be, well, stuck. They all seem stuck. Ain't we gonna do anything? It seems like we're stuck. Now there's an interesting glitch for you if you've never seen this one before. So, is it going to satisfy itself? Glitch! And we're going to have to restart the match. But while I restart the match, apparently I'm needed backstage. Bad News Bullet this time decides we'll just wipe everyone's memory. You didn't see what happened. Bad News Bullet brings the steel chair into this match. Caleb James unleashing on the manly man there with the combination strikes and dumps the knee across the side of his dome. Bad News Bullet comes in for Caleb James. Grabs him in a side headlock. Whips him into the corner. Comes in with an enziguri spine buster now delivered to Bad News Bullet there. The manly man drops Caleb James with his wood. Smashing it into his back now. Neck breaker there. Head scissor takedown. Oh no. Domenico Connolly just dabbed. Caleb James eating up the crowd's approval in 3LW. And there it is. The lung blower there from Domenico Connolly. Elbow strikes. Caleb James eats the elbows, now gets tossed into the wood. And Domenico Connolly making short work of Caleb James. Exploder suplex into his wood. Pick the splinters out of that. Welcome to 3LW. You just got wood. Bullet out of the way of the drop kick to the back of the neck. Spinning knee strike there to the top of the head of Domenico Connolly. Brought to his feet. Eat the boot, says Bad News Bullet. Up to the top turnbuckle. Comes in with the elbow drop but misses. Demented getting out of the way just in time. And the manly man goes to work on the knee. Here he comes, the 650 splash. Sliding to the outside is Domenico Connolly looking to make short work of these two here. Domenico Connolly with one elimination already. Can he get a second here? Ducks under float. DDT there. Wood in the hand now with Bad News Bullet. Tries to walk over Domenico Connolly. Runs in with a table. And again strikes Domenico as he's stuck in the corner there. 3 times there he's forced him to eat the wood. Domenico eating Bad News Bullet's wood in the corner. Having it thrusted in his face. Tossed to the ropes now. Domenico Connolly slips through the back door. Kick to the back of the knee. Gets a hold of him. Tosses him into the table. And again. And one more time for luck. No, he's not finished with it yet. Whips him into the ropes onto the apron. Bad News Bullet fights his way free. Jawbreaker from Demented. Stomp across the face. Big knee strike to the side of the head. A Bad News Bullet. Whipped into the ropes. Misses with a drop kick. Swatted to one side there by Bad News Bullet. Locks him up. Grabs him by the back of the head. Elbow strikes to the stomach now by Domenico Connolly. Breaks his way free. Gathers himself. Whipped into the ropes yet again. They collide and bounce off each other. Whipped into the table yet again. Domenico Connolly trying to make short work of this match. Collides again with Bad News Bullet. Would one of you two get something going now? Frankensteiner there. Drives the head of Bad News Bullet into the mat. And now he has his wood in his hand. Sets it up. Has his wood in an upright position. Demented now. Picks Bad News Bullet up. Throws him into the corner. Sets him up against his wood. Oh, and that's it. Domenico Connolly, the manly man with 2 eliminations, gives Bad News Bullet the wood. And he is your winner of this match. There you see the 650 splash connecting on Bad News Bullet in the centre of the ring. The Exploder suplex finishing off Bad News Bullet, giving him the wood. And your winner of this match, Demented O'Connolly, the Manly Man. TJ singing, he's a man, such a man, the Manly Man, Demented O'Connolly. What the fuck was that? I don't know. But it doesn't look like Mr. U-Taker is finished. Mr. U-Taker, you might have your hands busy helping out the back, but a certain man is brought to coming out the back for you. Because Mr. U, trouble's coming your way, and it is the man, the leader of the Vermilion Coven, is coming for that belt of yours. He's not happy with just having one belt. He wants to be on both platforms, and he's coming for that Iron Skull belt. Okay, TJ, I just went out on a riff of my own. So we all may have seen that Mr. U-Taker was standing guard of the locker room where Raven seems to be giving birth to the twins. This could get interesting. Hopefully they don't burst into the locker room where she's out back, but we'll see. Josh, make yourself useful and stand in front of a door. But there's Victor Mason with a double axe handle to the back of Mr. U. Stomping away as Victor Mason has him up now. Right hand, two right hands. Looking for that snap loop suplex, but Mr. U counters, running STO. Victor now tossed into that locker room door. Is it the right locker room? Hopefully we're not going to see Raven with her legs in the air giving birth. Big sidewalk slam there by Mr. U to Victor Mason. These two men are the undead. There we see Mr. U signalling the end of Victor Mason already. Victor fights his way through with the elbow strikes. No, he's not, Zerk. No, he's not. He wants to be, but he's not. Elbow strikes now. Mr. U breaks his way free. Big right hand. Mr. U now eats an elbow from Victor Mason. Neither man getting really any advantage in this so far. Fireman's carry takedown onto the floor. Picks him up now. Victor Mason breaks free and another elbow strike to the head of Mr. U. Jawbreaker. Back and forth still between these two. Has him up. Crucifix. Into the power bomb. But Victor Mason's not finished yet. Mr. U still in it. That title stood around his waist so far. Elbow strikes. Blocked. Big forearm from Victor Mason. Victor now tossed into the lockers. Big right hand. Mr. U sets him up against the TV. And Victor Mason looks like you're getting some airtime because you're about to go on TV. Speared into that TV as Victor Mason holding the back of his head. He's going to be picking glass shards out of his ass for a while. But this match not over yet. Into that tombstone pile driver on the concrete floor. Busted open is Victor Mason. And Mr. U successfully retains the Iron Skull Championship. Will he be able to equal our longest reigning Iron Skull champion, which is War, with 2 successful defences? Only time will tell. There's his first. That means the challenge is now open. Fastest finger wins. Get your challenge in now, even though Raven might be a little bit busy with her legs in the air and Adam going down her fun end. But we're going to move on to the singles women's match involving none other than this lady right here. She's going to be going up against one half of the Deadlift Divas. Mason, chill the fuck out before someone drops a wrench on your head. You need to get on the roster before you start slapping my roster up. But here we have 2 women in tag team. One being the Chainsaw Cherry Bombs, which is your lady there on the left, Cassie, Madam Red, and one half. No. War, you want me to get my doctor's probe out? Jacqueline and Aisha Raymond, the Deadlift Divas. Shulky, I missed you coming in. I do apologise, but welcome to the show. It's nice to see you. Nice. Cassie laying down the law to Mason, the 2-tailed fox. I'd listen if I was you, Mason. All well and good having a bit of fun, but know your role. You're yet to get on the roster. Pissing off my roster is probably not the best way about going it. Not the best way to go about it. Chris Clark is here somewhere, Ethan. If you can find him, he's looking to CKO someone, even though he's not got any guaranteed action tonight unless he can get a challenge in for the Iron Skull belt. But here we go. She's one half for the Chainsaw Cherry Bombs. Oop, where are we going now? She's 5'10", 150 pounds. I'm sure I was supposed to change this, but I've got. She's from Charlotte, North Carolina. She's gonna slap me in a minute, I'm sure. But she is Cassie, Madam Red. This is her debut in singles action, if I've got that correct. Bear with me 2 seconds, we'll just double check that. Yes, this is her debut in singles action. I smell a God mod too, and I don't deal well with God mods. God mods get the boot. And here comes her opponent. She's one half of the Deadlift Divas, who are your reigning women's tag team champions here in Three Lions Wrestling. She's looking like she's ready to go to work. But she stands at 5 feet 9 inches tall. She's 241 pounds and hails from Leeds. Dirty, dirty Leeds, UK. And she is Jacqueline. D-Train, you're a brave man. There we have it. Our women's tag team champions here in Three Lions Wrestling, Aisha, Raymond and Jacqueline, the Deadlift Divas. I don't know, Cassie. Jake Bagwell, you were in action earlier on tonight. Brought down to the mat is Jacqueline. Evie on the outside clapping. Basement DDT there. I don't know if you can. Up goes Jacqueline and tossed her around like a rag doll there by Cassie, Madam Red. Cassie now head of steam, basement drop kick to the side of Jacqueline's head. Evie on the outside showing appreciation to what her tag team partner's getting up to. Misses with the clothesline there is Jacqueline. Slips under, arm drag, takedown. Spinning neck breaker. Drop kick to the back of the skull. Now Aisha Raymond showing support for her tag team partner as she eats an elbow to the back of the skull now there. Big knee to the forehead. Jacqueline now eats a cutter from Cassie. Big suplex. Stomp to the skull. Brought up to her knees is Jacqueline. Up to her feet now, side suplex, dumped on her head yet again by Cassie Madam Red, who building up a head of steam now. Calling for Jacqueline to get to her feet. Leant up against the ropes. Wheelbarrow into the face buster. Drag to the centre of the ring now is Cassie. Jacqueline now, big knee drop across the head. Tells the referee to count the pin. Only a 1 count. Elbow strike. Cassie gives Jacqueline a little kiss. The rolling cutter there. Hooks the leg. Referee distracted by Aisha Raymond on the outside. Big splash there from Cassie Madam Red. Jacqueline tosses her over the shoulder. Hooks for the leg for the pin. No. Straight up pin. Cassie kicks out on one though. Up to her knees. Eats a stiff kick. Up on the shoulders. Eats the top turnbuckle. Cassie in trouble. No, she fights her way free. Evie now showing support on the outside, trying to give her a clap. But it's not enough. The arm lock now locked in by Jacqueline. Pulls her up for extra leverage. Big spine buster there. Aisha Raymond up on the apron, distracting the referee. Evie throws in a chair. Someone must be looking tired because Evie's such a kind-hearted girl like that. Another cutter there by Cassie. Cassie now distracted by Aisha Raymond, getting all up in her face, talking shit. Jacqueline now back to her feet behind her though, spins her around, whips her into the corner. Monkey toss, but Cassie lands on her feet. Comes in, big spine buster to Jacqueline. Referee spots the chair that Evie threw in. Must have been for him, and he's decided he doesn't need it. Because like I said, Evie's such a caring soul. She wouldn't do anything slightly underhanded. Ducks under. Cassie leapfrog. Jacqueline off the ropes, leapfrogs yet again. Jacqueline catches herself on the ropes. Kick to the gut. Roll up. The super kick to the face. Jacqueline now pulled to the centre of the ring. Aisha Raymond up on the apron, distracts the referee yet again. Cassie Madam Red getting screwed here. Gives her another little kiss on the forehead. Roll and cutter yet again. Jake Bagwell, welcome to the show as always. It's nice to see you. What the fuck? Aisha Raymond pulls the ref out of the ring as he's about to count. Getting in the face of the ref. Surely he's got to toss her out now. And somehow she's floated up to the top of the apron. That's it. She's been tossed. She's out of here. Even though she's floating. Mason, this is your warning from me. Any more and that's it, you're going to get a timeout. Once that timeout's done, carry on, you're going to get the boot. I'm sorry, but you've had free reign for a while now. I'm calling this shit. That's it. Carry on, you'll hit a timeout, and one of the mods with the wrench will hit it for me. 1, 2, and a kick out by Jacqueline on 2. Now left on her own. Jacqueline now has her locked in a headlock. Big knee to the face of Cassie Madam Red. Snap suplex. Jacqueline now backs up into the corner. Looking pleased with what she's done. Getting ready to finish things here. There's that big knee drop yet again. This time doesn't go for the pin, but hooks the leg instead. 1, 2, and a kick out on 2. Jacqueline this time not with a cocky pin, with a knee drop. Did you find a good parking space this time for the tank? Far away from the double-decker buses and the London taxis. Kick to the midsection by Cassie. Big spinebuster plants Jacqueline in the centre of the ring. Ish. Picked up to her feet yet again. Cassie eats her knee. Bad news for Cassie because there's the powerbomb into the pin. 1, 2. Keeps into the match now. Into the Boston Crab though. Ah, that's alright, Zach. Ruthless will cover the insurance claim. Cassie now brought to her feet by Jacqueline, scooped up. Cassie, you're about to meet the top rope. But here's that big knee drop across the throat. Points to the referee, calls for the count. 1, 2. And a kick out just in time by Cassie Madam Red. That cocky pin almost pulled off there by Jacqueline. Brings her to her knees. Big kick, no, blocked there by Cassie. And here it comes, that roll and cutter. That goodnight kiss there from Cassie. Hooks for leg, referee down for the count. 1, 2, and 3, and there you have it. Cassie Madam Red with the victory. Finally picking up the pin after Aisha Raymond's interference. Why's Chris got wide eyes? Congratulations, Cassie Madam Red. There's that big spinebuster in the ring. That goodnight kiss from Cassie. Sir could probably tell us all about that. Down for the pin, but there it was. Aisha Raymond getting involved, pulling the referee out of the match. But that's all irrelevant now, because here is your winner of this match. She is Cassie Madam Red. We have 3 matches left. This part of the segment, wasn't expecting this to take as long as it has, but hey, we've got 3 matches to go, and this is going to be a tag team match now in the men's tag team division. It's going to be tag team war. Fusion. You're asking for an arse whipping you can't handle. You've already had your ass kicked by Mr. U tonight. I don't think you want to be stepping into a match with our human tank as well. Yeah, okay, glad you can admit it, Mason. Learn from the mistake and go from there. But here we have tag team war between the Knuckle Up Club and Hell's Angels. Aaron Gadsden, welcome to the show. It's nice to see you. Nice. Hope you're all good, brother. Long time no see. How's things with you? Yeah, Mason, you're good. Just learn from what we've been said. Sorry to hear that, Aaron. I hope everything does get better for you. But thanks for showing up. It is appreciated. But here, coming down to the ring now, we have the Knuckle Up Club. The Knuckle Up Club are from Dirty Leeds, England. They are on the left, dashing Corey Daniels and Ron Morrison on the right. They come in at a combined weight of 510 pounds. And there's none of that EOI shit here. Mr. D-Train. There you see the Knuckle Up Club. Their Fraser 1, 2, fuck you all over their uniform there. But their opponents for this match. One reckons he's from hell. The other one you'll find in the nearest nightclub around the corner from the arena. They are Devilish and Spider, the Hell's Angels. They come in at a combined weight of 743 pounds. Thanks, Aaron. If you like this one, you should check out the next show, which will be on after a brief intermission from this show, which is UKWF. This is just Three Lions Wrestling's Arena. we have another one for UKWF. There will be an intermission between the two shows, just so I can fuel up and get ready to go again. Training there from War. That goodnight kiss she gives, I'm sure she's been training very hard with War for. Enough said, eh? There we have the Hells Angels in the ring now. This is Tag Team War. Tornado rules. Anything goes. Knuckle Up Club versus Hells Angels. Referee taken out straight away. Running DDT there from Ron Morrison on Devilish. Russian leg sweep from Corey Daniels on Spider. And away we go yet again. Hooks for leg, dragon screw takedown, keeping hold of that knee joint and working the leg now. European uppercut there. Thunderclap from Corey Daniels. Shoots for leg. Pulls it back towards the head, stretching it out. That hamstring muscle could go twang at any minute. Ooh. Death Valley driver there. Going to work on that shoulder joint. Spider now in control of Corey Daniels. Ron Morrison still in control of Devilish. But Devilish slips free with that knee strike. Big suplex there. Spider now tries to get a hold of Corey Daniels, but a big knee to the stomach has him up, drives him into the mat. Devilish working over Ron Morrison. Senton breaks up the pin. Ron Morrison now tosses pulls him back with the lariat there. Spider now in the corner. D-Train, get the fuck out. Chops and punches to the face of Spider now, raining down from Corey Daniels. Stomp to the small of the back. Basement DDT delivered to Devilish. Spider now brings himself to his feet in the corner. Gets caught by Ron Morrison. Back and forth between their two. There you see the knuckle dusters of the Knuckle Up Club coming into play as Spider's drop to the floor. 1, 2, and a kick out on 2. You have to watch this Knuckle Up Club. Very play dirty, but the knuckle dusters all legal in this match. Connecting with the head of Spider. Luckily he wasn't busted open as well. Slips through the back door. Deep 6 there from Spider. Elbow strikes from Devilish to Corey Daniels. Corey now in the corner. Hangman's noose there by Devilish. Choking the man in the corner. End of days there by Spider, who hooks for a leg for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out on 2. Giant swing from Devilish to Corey Daniels. Knee into the back of the skull of Ron Morrison there by Spider. Devilish big stiff kick. Both these men working over Ron Morrison now. Goes for the pin. Forearm across the face for extra leverage. No, I'm all good, Mason, thank you. Now the Knuckle Up Club looking to try and regain momentum. But through the back door comes Spider. Deep 6 yet again. Corey Daniels fights his way free. Attacks the elbow joint. Big boot. Ron Morrison eats a boot. Stiff kick to the small of the back. But up goes Devilish into the power bomb. 1. Double axe handle breaks the pin. Forearm across the back of Corey Daniels. Grabbed by the back of the skull now. Snapmare takedown. Ron Morrison picking the wrong time to taunt. He should be helping his partner out. Instead he goes for Devilish. Down for the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And Hell's Angels pick up the victory in what is the weirdest way. There we see the end of days. I don't like it when I see Rafe is up to something in the crowd. What was Rafe up to in the crowd? Oh shit. Something's going down between Rafe and Anarchy. But here we have it, your winners of this match. The Hells Angels. No, Mason, don't follow them two. You really don't want to be following them. Yo, 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 Blaze McCoy, welcome to the show. It's nice to see you, nice. How's it going, my friend? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Here we have a finishing match in the super heavyweight division between the Shmoo and Teddy Jenkins. But here we are, Shmoo and Teddy Jenkins in a finishing match. First one to get their finisher off in this takes the victory. So is it going to be the Steel City Committee's very own Shmoo, or is it going to be the Alabama Slammer known as Teddy Jenkins? We have one more match after this, which is a triple threat between Powerhouse Scuzz and Cowboy John. Yes you did Blaze, just in time. Nice. But you also seem to be right in time, because the firstborn has arrived. I hear the cries of a baby in the distance. Raven, who's been located in a locker room out back, being worked on by Adam Guerin and Mighty Minerva and a crowd of others, seems to have given birth to the first of twins. I'll be making my way back there as soon as the show's finished to see what's been going on. Victor Mason sees Rafe and Bredick have returned. That's never good, but coming down to the ring now, he's one half of the Steel City Committee. This man, the shaven Sasquatch that he is, stands at 7 feet tall. He's 400 pounds and he hails from Pittsburgh, USA. And he goes by the name of the Shmoo. But coming down to the ring now, he's the one and only Alabama Slammer. He's 6'1", 325 pounds. He is Teddy Jenkins. So Teddy Jenkins giving up in height by a good few inches and almost 100 pounds. We're talking 75 pounds here between these two men, and a good few inches in height. But this is a finish him match. There you see it, this match was brought to you all because Teddy Jenkins got to smooth food before he could. You can still see the burger grease around his mouth. That's just going to piss off Shmoo even more, I can tell you that. But here he is, the shaven Sasquatch and the Alabama Slammer. And let's get this match underway. Big clothesline there from Shmoo, takes down Teddy Jenkins, stomp across the face. Big knee to the side of the brain pan, stomp to the small of the back. Shmoo focused, pissed off at the food being eaten by Teddy Jenkins. Big forearm across the back. Teddy now up to his feet. Shoulder block takedown there. Shmoo now laid out on the back. Gut wrench power bomb. Big forearm. Elbow to the top of the dome there by Teddy Jenkins and a stomp to the knee. Shmoo now brought to his feet. Teddy, big elbow to the side of the head. Has him up. Short brain buster there. I'm not surprised when you're trying to lift over 400 pounds. You're not going to go for a full-on brain buster. You're going to get that fucker on the top of his head as quick as you can. Elbow straight to the top of the head. Shoulder block now by the Shmoo. Brings Teddy Jenkins to the floor. Has him up. Could Shmoo be looking to finish things here? Whips him onto the apron. Brings him in the hard way. Big hip toss there into the ring. Shmoo now. Elbow to the back of the skull of Teddy Jenkins. And again. Misses with the uppercut. Teddy now has a hold of Shmoo. Whips him out to the apron. Big shoulder takedown there. Drops Shmoo to the outside. Elbow straight to the top of the head. Referee count carries on. Stomp across the face. Teddy Jenkins looking to finish things quickly, I think. Hip toss there. Now Shmoo in control. Referee still counting the way on the outside. Slips through the back door is Teddy Jenkins. Blocked is the right hip and chase. Just staring at the man. Has him up. Into the last ride. And there you have it. The Shmoo picks up the victory over Teddy Jenkins. And it looks like Teddy Jenkins owes him for those burgers that he ate out back. But there you have it. The one half of the Steel City Committee picks up the victory here. For a Shmoo successful. But Mr. U-Taker, I hope you're not still standing on that door, because another challenge your way comes. And this one might be too hot to handle. He is the manly man himself, Demented O'Connolly. The last challenge of this part, like I said, we'll have a short intermission and then we'll bring you UKWF where 3 new challenges come your way. So this is the last challenge of 3LW, Mr. U-Taker versus Demented O'Connolly Backstage Brawl. Mr. U-Taker, one successful defense already. Can he make another? Can he hold on to that belt? Oh, Mason, there is a very bad feeling around Victor, Mason and his followers. So, yeah, stay out of their way unless you want to be food. Mr. U-Taker spots Dominic O'Connell. He heard he's been talking shit. Turns him round. Ethan Moore, technically I don't believe you are a singles character, but I believe your tag team that belong to you is on my show. If I'm correct, you are Pyro and Atrocity, but Ethan Moore as a singles competitor isn't on my show. Mr. U, stiff right hand to the face, picks the Manly Man up to his feet. The Manly Man was already in a three-wood challenge against two other guys. Came out victorious. Will he pick up a belt here? Head scissor takedown. Picks U-Taker back to his feet. Tosses him into those sound boxes. Mr. U-Taker comes swinging. Hits him with a heavy right hand. Bounces him off a speaker box, but now eats two right hands of Demented. Lung blower there to the chest of Mr. U. And could he be leaking for the kapow kick? He was, but Mr. U-Taker had it well scouted. Uses the uppercut. And Fusion leaves the arena. Maybe he realises he isn't going to get a chance to pick up that Iron Skull Championship that he lost earlier tonight. Mr. U blocked, elbow strike by the Manly Man himself, but his legs caught, elbow strike to the knee joint, tossed into those speaker boxes yet again. Scooped up now, tossed into the speaker box by Mr. U is Dominic O'Connell, now having his chest stomped in. Big punch to the stomach. Demented get back to his feet. Hangman's neck breaker there. Up on the speaker box, Demented looks like he's about to fly. Misses with a double stomp. Mr. U-Taker gets out of the way just in time. Now he looks to choke for life out of Demented O'Connell. Brings him to his feet. Tossed into that speaker box. Big forearm across the back. Big heavy right hand. Mr. U now has Demented up. No, blocked. But this time brings him through with a big suplex. Tossed into that electrical box on the outside. Mr. U now staring at Demented as he sways in the wind, thinking, you're the finished. Just give up already. But Demented not giving in, still swaying, still standing. Mr. U not sure what to do with him. Swings the right hand, misses. Demented grabs Mr. U by the back of the head, brings him towards what looks like we're going to the car lot. But Mr. U fights back with the elbow strikes to the stomach, tosses him into the office door. And here we go, into the office. Mr. U-Taker signalling this is the end. Big elbow drop across the face. Dominic O'Connell now busted open, tossed into that desk like a rag doll. Sweeps the legs from underneath Mr. U, brings him to his feet. Mr. U catches a leg but eats an enziguri from Demented. Demented now has Mr. U up. Heavy right hand. Looks for that long blower. There it is. Sets Mr. U up now for the kapow kick. Is he going to get it? Is he going to be the new Iron Skull champion before the end of the show? Here it comes. Kapow! But Mr. U still holds on. That title still in his grasp. Stiff right hand as Demented was going for the steel chair. What the fuck is that bitch doing behind my desk? Mr. U tossed into the desk now. Don't you get blood on my desk. You get blood on my desk, I'm going to make you lick that shit clean. Big uppercut, blocked there by Demented. Heavy right hand, Russian leg sweep. Who the fuck is that bitch in my office though? Get her the fuck out. Mr. U yet again signals the end for Demented. Brings him to his feet. Elbow strikes to the gut. Demented O'Connolly fights his way free, grabs Mr. U by the back of the head, brings him over to my desk. But he fights his way free yet again. Demented eats the right hand, jawbreaker now. Big suplex there. Mr. U now sits him up, turns him round, brings him to his knees. Demented bleeding heavily now from the forehead, eats a forearm across the back. Mr. U must be looking to finish things here, but Demented fights back yet again with the elbow strike. Stiff right kick, tosses him into the desk, bounces him off it. Double underhook suplex. And looks like this could be the end. Here comes the kapow! And Demented O'Connolly, the manly man, picks up the victory and becomes the new Iron Skull champion. Cassie, Madam Red, I've got one more match and then I'll be all clear. So we have one last match, and that is between, it's a freeway, triple threat. What we got in triple threat? There is already a hellhound. But here we are, a triple threat, locking these three men inside a steel cage. Pin or submission, the only way to win. No climbing out of this cage. Down to the ring now. Standing at 6 feet 5 inches tall, 245 pounds. Hailing from anywhere on the open road where his bike can take him. He goes by the name of Powerhouse. Eric Carlisle, subscribe to your channel. Well, thank you, Eric Carlisle. If you're in the chat, make yourself known. But thank you for your subscription. It's much appreciated. I'll hit you back as soon as I can. But anyway, he's 6'2". He's 250 pounds. He hails from Los Angeles, USA. He is Scuzz. Excuse me. Seems like my throat's starting to go. Good job after this match. We're having a slight intermission before I go on to UKWF. Because it looks like I might have something backstage to that needs my attention, should I say. But there he is, the man himself, Scuzz. And we're waiting for just one more man to lock up in this cage. Thank you very much, Mason. And here he comes. 6'3", 250 pounds, hailing from South Carolina. He is Cowboy John. Dressed in all black, making his way down to the ring. Bringing that guitar, I wonder how much use he's going to get out of that. No getting used in this match. In the corner with his guitar in hand. Cage lowered, here we go. Locked up by Scuzz. His Powerhouse dropped with the inverted atomic drop. Cowboy John sneaks up behind. Brings him down with the backbreaker. Heavy right hand. Powerhouse going to the crowd, trying to get them behind him as Scuzz works over Cowboy John. Hangman. No. Cowboy John fights his way free. Powerhouse runs in from behind. Scoops up Cowboy John. Scuzz eats a DDT though. Kick to the nuts there by Cowboy John. Fireman's carry takedown. Brought up to his feet is Cowboy John, whipped into the ropes by Powerhouse, but Powerhouse caught by Scuzz, but as they collide, pop-up fastball punch there by Powerhouse. Lufez Prez on Cowboy John, Powerhouse on a roll. Goes for the pin right in front of Scuzz, but a kick out from Cowboy John. Scuzz from behind eats the elbows. Cowboy John gets a hold of Powerhouse, who rolls through, crossbody counter there. Looks for the clothesline from the back of the head of Scuzz. Scuzz ducks it. Elbow strikes to the side of the head of Powerhouse by Scuzz. Picks him up, slams him down there with a spine buster. Cowboy John in the corner. Gets caught by Scuzz. Picks him up. Eats the top turnbuckle, snake eyes there to Cowboy John. Grabbed by the throat by Scuzz now. Choke slam there. Driving Cowboy John into the mat. Powerhouse now comes for Scuzz. Scuzz has him. Are we about to see the panty dropper power bomb there by Scuzz? Goes for the pin, but broken up quickly by Cowboy John. Scoops him up, brings him to the corner, thinks twice, but Cowboy John slips out the back door, delivers a shot to the back of the leg. Stomps to the back of the leg yet again. Scuzz now caught. Inverted DDT there. Powerhouse eats a forearm from Cowboy John. Cowboy John rolls him up. Super kick to the face. The jaw of Powerhouse now rocked. But Powerhouse laid out. STO counter there by Cowboy John on Scuzz. And a Cowboy stunner there. Powerhouse looks to pick up the pin. Feeding on the scraps of Cowboy John. Whipped into the corner now is Powerhouse. Scuzz laid out in the ring. In comes Cowboy John with that flying forearm up to the top rope. Calls for Powerhouse to get to his feet. Big elbow to the top of the dome there by Cowboy John. Scuzz and Cowboy up to their feet now. Whipped into the ropes is Scuzz. Eats a drop kick to the face on the button. Down for the pin. And a kick out on 2. Scuzz now. Big knee to the top of the face there. Stomp to the wrist. Scuzz now. I think he's going to look for the submission. No, bouncing the head of Cowboy John off the mat. Hooks the leg for the pin. Just a 1 count and Cowboy John kicks out. Kick to the top of the dome. Brought to his feet now by Scuzz. Grabs him by the throat. Slams him down with authority there. Stomp to the small of the back, and I think he's looking for it. Cowboy John, ladies in the audience, you're about to get wet, because here it comes. The panty dropper power bomb. And hooks for leg. Powerhouse still out. And a kick out on 2.5. Double axe handle to the back of the Cowboy John. Brought to his knees again, but Cowboy John fights his way free. Roll up. Super kick to the jaw of Scuzz. Powerhouse still laid out in the ring. Cowboy John has the pin. And a 2 count there from Cowboy John. Locks up that shoulder joint, but Scuzz gets to his feet. Gives him the right hand to the face. Whips Cowboy John into the corner. Powerhouse still laid out, still rocked. Looks for the punch to the guts. Gets blocked. Cowboy John, there it is, the stunner. Hooks for leg for the pin. And a kick out again just in time by Scuzz. Stomp to the back of the knee of Scuzz there by Cowboy John. Powerhouse still laying motionless in the ring. Rolled up is Scuzz. Eats the jaw. A super kick to the jaw, and Cowboy John, instead of going for the pin, taunts this crowd here. Scuzz rolls over. Is he going to go for the pin? No. Big knee to the face of Cowboy John. Scuzz now gets himself pumped up. Picks Cowboy John up, grabs Cowboy by the throat, and it looks like he's going for another choke slam. There it is, the third of the match. Hooks for leg for the pin. And another kick out on 2 by the Cowboy. Big right hand to the top of the dome. Misses with a stiff kick to the back. Cowboy John slips out the back door. What a neck breaker there from Cowboy John. Powerhouse finally to his feet. Is it too late? There's the stunner from Cowboy John. Powerhouse gets grabbed as soon as he gets up to his feet. Tossed into that ring post now. Scuzz crawling for the ropes to get to his feet. Powerhouse out of the corner. Gets a hold of Cowboy John. Pile driver. Scuzz catches Powerhouse as he comes running his direction with a big stiff right hand. Drops him to the floor. And it looks like the ladies yet again are going to get a little bit wet, because here comes that panty dropper powerbomb into the pin right in front of Cowboy John. Bad timing there by Scuzz. Scuzz now has him. Hangman. Back of the skull bounced off the mat there by Scuzz. Scuzz now up to his feet. Powerhouse finally back up yet again. Grabs Cowboy John by the throat. Choke slams him into the mat. Scuzz turns his attention to Powerhouse, but Powerhouse just that little bit quicker. GTS there. That modified GTS by Powerhouse. And in the corner. Calling for the Super Kick Express. Scuzz dodges it. Ducks underneath the super kick as it comes his way. Fireman's carry takedown on Powerhouse. Powerhouse rolls away from Scuzz, but nowhere to escape in this cage match. Then up against the ropes. Bounced off the steel cage is Scuzz by Powerhouse. Powerhouse now eats the knee from Cowboy John. Scuzz on his knees. Gets back to his feet. Cowboy John. Super kick to the face of Powerhouse. Lays him out. Scoops Scuzz up, slams him down there. Powerhouse now slowly trying to get back to his feet. Up to his feet now. Powerhouse laying on the top rope. What the fuck is he doing? This match isn't over yet. You haven't got nothing won. Russian leg sweep there by Powerhouse. Hooks for a leg. 1, 2, and a kick out on 2 by Cowboy John. Scuzz looking like he was in a little bit of pain there. Cowboy John with a big left hand to Powerhouse head. Whips him into the corner. Cowboy John fights his way out. Eats a jawbreaker though. Looking for that spike DDT. Gets countered with a lariat there from Powerhouse. Powerhouse quick kick to the stomach. Eats a jawbreaker from Scuzz. Grabbed by the throat now. Powerhouse, you can see the panic in his eyes. Up he goes and down he comes with authority there with Scuzz. Scuzz now turns his attention to Cowboy John. Brings him up. What a neck breaker there from Scuzz. Waits for Cowboy John. Brings him to his feet. Kick to the stomach. And here it comes. That panty dropper powerbomb yet again. Cowboy John gets caught though. Scuzz gets caught. Big knee to the head of Scuzz. Busts him open. Forearms into the small of the back. But Scuzz fights his way out of the corner. Locks him up in a submission hold. Can Cowboy John break it out before Powerhouse taps out? Yes, he does. Blood pouring from the head of Scuzz. Catches Cowboy John unawares in the corner. And a snake eyes to the man. Whipped across the ring into the other corner. Gets caught. STO drives him into the mat. Referee, do your job. Do the count. Powerhouse saves the count though. Powerhouse now has him up for that pile driver. Blood now pouring heavily from the head of Scuzz. Kick to the stomach. Whips him into the ropes. Pop up. Power bomb there from Powerhouse into the pin. Hooks for the leg. And Super Kick Express coming the way of Cowboy John. And it connects. Scuzz backs up from Powerhouse. Gets caught though. Scoops him up. Slams him down. But this time it looks like Powerhouse has the Super Kick Express coming the way of Scuzz. And it connects again. But now Cowboy John's up to his feet. Can Powerhouse get the job done before Scuzz gets back to his feet? Spear in the corner. Cowboy John fights his way to his feet. Unbelievable between these three men here. Whipped into the corner is Cowboy John. Big forearm. Picks him up. Slams him down with authority. Powerhouse now has the opportunity. Big stomp to the chest by Scuzz. Brings Cowboy John up to his feet. Grabs Cowboy by the throat. Here comes that choke slam yet again. Powerhouse taunting the crowd. Eats a boot from Scuzz. Jawbreaker counter there by Powerhouse. Blocked. Forearm from Scuzz. Big chop across the chest. No, that's blocked by Powerhouse. Back and forth between these two. Cowboy John letting it go to hell and back. Choke slam to Powerhouse in the corner. In comes Cowboy John with that face buster. Picks Scuzz up to his feet. Rolls him over. Super kick cleans the jaw of Scuzz. Powerhouse now back up. Gets caught, but no. Blocks the right hand is Powerhouse. Eats a right hand of his own. Thunderclap counter there from Cowboy John. Powerhouse now brought to his feet. And there's the stunner from Cowboy John. Scuzz watches as the pin's done right in front of him. Broken up there by Scuzz. Scuzz brings Powerhouse to his feet. Goes for the submission. Locks it in. Cowboy John, is he going to break up in time? Yes, he does. Just in time. Saves the day. Leg caught. Elbow strike to the top of the knee. And Cowboy John's about to eat a panty dropper power bomb. Scuzz for the pin. Powerhouse saves the day. Big right hand. Has Scuzz in the corner. Scuzz fights his way free. Tosses Powerhouse into the corner. He throws a right hand. Scuzz now looking for that panty dropper power bomb on Cowboy John as he was getting to his feet. Pop up power bomb by Powerhouse right in front of Cowboy John. Just stirs him enough. Cowboy John fights his way out. Big elbow strikes. Powerhouse rocked. Whipped into the corner now by Cowboy John. Spun round. Scuzz out cold on the mat. And there's the buckle bomb from the Cowboy. Big right hand has Scuzz in the corner. Exploder suplex. No. STO into the fucking turnbuckle. Down for the pin. And a kick out still by Scuzz. How the fuck did he manage that? Scuzz kicking out after that STO into that turnbuckle. Pop up fastball punch there from Powerhouse. Celebrating the hard work that he'd done. Scuzz now rocked on his feet. What has Powerhouse got in mind now? Stomp to the back of the head of scoops up Scuzz, slams him down. Power slam there into the pin. And Cowboy John saves their day. Whipped into the corner is Powerhouse. Cowboy John up. And the crowd counted along as he rains down right hands. And there it is, all 10 raining down on the head of Powerhouse. Cowboy John exhausted, down for the count. Scuzz in to break it up straight away. Scuzz now waits for Powerhouse to get to his feet. Who's going to get their finisher off first? Both go for the kicks. There's the shotgun stunner from Cowboy John. Kick to the midsection. Has him spiked DDT. All three men exhausted, laid out in the ring. All three now trying to get to their feet first. Cowboy John does it quicker. Misses with the kick to the side though. Fireman's carry takedown. Powerhouse now slowly up to one knee. Scuzz brought to his feet by Cowboy John. Goes for the right hand. Scuzz bleeding, wearing that crimson mask. Big left hand there from Cowboy John. And there's the stunner. Powerhouse now looks for the DDT. Cowboy John counters. Big spinning heel kick there. Takes Powerhouse off his feet, but Scuzz up to his feet already. Russian leg sweep to Cowboy John. Hooks for leg for the pin. And a kick out on two. Good job too, because Powerhouse was taunting the crowd, thinking he had enough time. Misses with a big stiff kick to the back. Spins Scuzz round. whips him into the corner. There's the spear from Powerhouse. Drops Scuzz to the floor. Scuzz forces his way free. Kicks to the gut. Has him up. Panty dropper powerbomb. Kick to the gut of Cowboy John. And here it goes. All the women in the audience now are getting wet, because there's another panty dropper powerbomb. And there you have it. The winner of this match. None other than Scuzz. There you see a choke slam to Cowboy John from Scuzz. That super kick from Cowboy John cleaning the jaw of Scuzz. Going down for the pin. Not quick enough. Kicks out there. There was the shotgun stunner from the Cowboy. Hooking the leg again for the pin. Still not enough to get this match won. You see Powerhouse was out for ages. Big choke slam there from Scuzz to Cowboy John. And again there's another angle. Bouncing the head off that mat. Hooks for leg for the pin. Okay, you Taker. Okay, I get the hint. I'll be there in 2 seconds. Because this is the end of Three Lions Wrestling. And there's your winner of this match. Blood and all. Look at that face filled with blood. Wearing that crimson mask with pride as he's the winner of this match. The one, the only, Scuzz. Well, as you can see, I have something I need to attend to in the locker room. So here we have a short intermission between Three Lions Wrestling and UKWF. As always though, I like to say, be good, or be safe, be good. But if you can't be good, at least be good at fucking being bad. So for now, this is goodbye from Ulmarwolf. It was nice to see you. Nice.